Hello everybody and welcome to a new video. This one is for the USA, to be more specific, New York, USA. I believe Josh was gonna do a video on USA as well soon. I'm not sure if he will still, or maybe he's already made it. However, it's not to compare videos or booms or anything, but he might give you some different insights on the Civ as I'm about to, so it might not be bad to watch both videos. So yeah, for now USA, we'll jump into the decks. As always, I'm playing with meta decks. I only like to use the stuff that is actually good and viable. If you wanna learn suboptimal booms and other funky strategies, there's other channels for that on YouTube. You can find them. However, here we like to play with the best decks, the meta decks. I know some players will probably be cringing in the seats right now when they hear the word meta, which stands for most effective tactics available, or most effective techniques, which you will be learning here on the 3D for Dummies Discord. That's also why in the Ottomans video I wanted to show you the skip deforestation trick. Just because, yeah, in like half of your games you will have a teammate with fur trade, and that's when the skip deforestation trick is absolutely the preferred option. However, in a 1v1 or when you do not have a mate with fur trade, arguably not skipping deforestation might be the better build, because it does leave you with more coin in the end. And but yeah, I just wanted to show you how that trick was done. That's also why in my Lakota decks I only have 2 decks, because I only like to play with the best stuff and not Seaton bows or whatever stuff that is not really viable. So yeah, for now, New York, USA. We'll go over the deck. This is the deck. What makes this deck different from the other USA decks is that in this version of USA, you do not need an infinite shipment card, because you will be sending your Zouave, which will be your infinite shipment card. So that's how the deck differs from the other decks. There's one optional card, which is the Cree Trackers. You do not really need this card. You can play with Stonemasons if you like, or you can play with the H3 Carbine Cavalry card, which I usually don't, because I like to make regulars and not Dragoon type units. So for me, that's why I like to use the Cree Trackers. It's also the only deck I was able to fit the Cree Trackers, so that's also why it kind of makes it fun for me to use in this deck. So yeah. Another thing is I like to use the coin trickle. You could also go with French Immigrants instead. However, I think the coin trickle is a better card, because yeah, this card does not increase the build limit of your villagers. So in the end, you will just have 3 normal villages replaced by 3 CDBs. A CDB gathers 20% faster than a normal villager, so in the end you will just have 0.75 extra villager. Yeah. The coin trickle, you get 1.65. Obviously, that's more than what one villager would gather on a plantation. So I think this card just gives you more value than this card. The only argument that could be made for this card is that it will give your villagers range resist instead of melee resist, which might be nice for making forward walls. However, a counter argument to that is that you can also use the settler wagons for forward walls. Settler wagons have range resist by default and build a lot faster. So yeah, to me that argument does not really hold. There is also a speed bonus for villagers, but that speed bonus is so little. I know that on a mill or a plantation you only gather about 70% of what the gather rate says or implies. But yeah, increasing this point, the speed by 0.5 does not really change that 70%. That's not really how the maths work. So yeah, over the course of an entire game, sure, your villagers might gather a little bit faster, but it might be like 500 resources. Basically, that is nothing. So yeah, for me, the CDBs I prefer the coin trickle. So that's what we'll use. The build order for this deck. Yeah. Usually I don't incorporate the coin cards myself because yeah, stalling and buying time is not really a problem for me. I can do that with state militia or whatever. However, since we'll be aging with New Jersey, we do not have the option to run. So it might be a little bit harder to stall and buy time for yourself for the coin cards to come in. So I'm just gonna incorporate them in the boom this time. So you will have more coin in bank for when the fight starts. This also gives you the option to play with sharpshooters if you would like. I'm more of a state militia guy myself. I think they're chat as fuck. So yeah, I don't really use the coin cards myself in the boom. However, for this boom we will use them. I'm not really sure how much cards that would leave us to send, so we'll see whatever we can fit in. If we can send the crew checkers before the fight, we will. That would be nice, but if we can't, then we won't do it. So yeah. The build order will start with Spanish immigrants. Then we'll go with coin trickle. We'll go with the bank. Then we'll go with German immigrants during transition. I like to do it this way to get the settler wagons early. It is nice for when you have a German teammate who might send you to team 2 settler wagons. This way you will be sure that you'll have the settler wagons finished before those land. It might still be smart to communicate with your German teammate and make sure he maybe better does a 18 villager age up instead of a 16 villager age up like I like to do. But yeah, that way you can be sure you will have 7 German immigrants, settler wagons. So yeah. So we'll go Spanish, we'll go trickle, we'll go bank, we'll go German immigrants. Then we'll go with the church card. We will go with the native card. After that, we'll reach H3 and we'll send refrigeration. And then we'll go up to H4 and get the 2 factories. After the factories, we'll send exotic hardwoods, followed by this mill card. After which, we will send the coin cards. Since we do not age with Illinois, we do not get 10% eco. So we'll have one more card at least to use the coin cards as well. But yeah, how much cards that leaves us, I don't know. We will see. And we'll see whatever we can fit in. So yeah. New York is very lame, very strong. However, like I said, I want you to get familiar with the meta decks, the strongest decks, especially for when you're playing in tournaments. It's better to get familiar with the lame strategies as well, where you're just playing team lobbies with your friends. It might not always be fun to use this every game because it is really a strong strategy. Same goes for Texas or whatever. Yeah, so most people would consider Illinois or Illinois New Jersey with the coin crates to be the standard version of USA. For me, it is Illinois, with which I'll be aging with South Carolina instead of New Jersey. This will give me the option to run. I like to split fights. So yeah, I like to be all over the map. So for me, this is the preferred deck for USA. However, a very fun strategy is Zouave, and I wanted to show you the Zouave today. Yeah, other than that, you have Illinois, you have Texas. You can play Texas also with New Jersey or without, just with South Carolina. You can do Gatlings if you would like. And there is also a Pilgrim deck for USA. This deck is not meta at all. I would not advise this deck because yeah, you kind of just want to use H1 for Pennsylvania and not for Pilgrims. Yeah, in the Pilgrim deck, you will send this TC cards, and you will delete a couple villagers. You will get the Pilgrims, and you will overpop with some villagers. It's fun. It's not really viable. Also, the trade that USA gets is only 15%. So yeah, for mates to trade with you, it's not even worth to trade because you don't have 20% as in the other fair trades. So yeah, USA is just not really the civ to be using a trade with. You're better off just using other decks. You can also play with the poker card. When you play New York poker, you can actually age with South Carolina because this is a fast arriving shipment, and so yeah, it will pair a little bit better for if you want to run. However, in Zouave, we will be aging with New Jersey because we'll want our Zouave to arrive fast. You could play with South Carolina as well, I guess, but yeah, your Zouave, it will be overpopped, and if it arrives slow, then it's not really great, and it's also not as good that way. So we'll want to use New Jersey. So yeah, the score for New York Zouave is a little bit lower as the other booms, because in Illinois you get 10% eco, which will be missing, and in Texas you will get a completely free starting army. So yeah, the score will be a little bit lower. However, I think like 200 to 210k should be a nice score. Also because this time we'll be on plantations a bit to get our coin income started. So yeah, this obviously coin gathers a bit slower than wood. So yeah, this score might be a bit lower than the other USA video I've put out a while ago. But yeah, I think maybe 200 till 210 would be a nice score for this video. Yeah, we'll start with the first card. Will be Spanish Immigrants. So we'll just gather food from the start. We'll get a house and a market, so we can get the XP a little bit faster. But yeah, that is what we'll do. So for now, let's just get started. So right away we'll get the food, we'll send the hero to the native side, and we'll queue a villager. Usually on Andes we want to start with exploring the native side, because the native side, it's where the best treasures are on this map. So yeah, usually if you can, you want to start with exploring the native side.
Yes, sir. Order builder.
Like I said, we'll build a house and we'll build a market once we can.
Carpenter on my way.
And we'll put everything onto. Let's get this treasure. So yeah, we'll pick the Zouave deck for this one.
Yes, I'll do it. Orders, hunter. Orders on my hunter.
And we'll grab this shipment or treasure. Almost have enough already. For the Spanish immigrants, we'll set it right away. After which, right now we want to gather coin and wood for hunting dogs. So let's do that. Alright. So yeah, we'll explore the native sites first. We have 75 wood. That's really nice. However, let's not slow down getting hunting dogs.
Hello, miner. Orders on, yes, sir. I'll do
Put the tower forward. And we'll start this treasure. We want a little bit more coin than what we need right now, because we'll send the bank soon, for which we'll need 300 coin. Since we do not start with the coin trickle, we need to gather a little bit more coin. Over-gathered some wood, but I think it's alright.
Hello, I'll do it. Yes, hunter on my way.
Advance. Forward march.
So yeah, we scouted another hunt with this. That is very nice. We need a second hunt close for our German immigrants. Is he attacking me? You what? I will get this treasure from here.
yes, sir. Hunter, I'll do it. Order, yes, sir.
So we can stop gathering coin, because we'll have enough. And now let's get XP for that bank wagon. It's nice to get some XP treasures. The more XP you can get, the better. Because our church card will probably be a bit delayed, because we'll send the German immigrants fast. It's basically the same build order as when you do not have Spanish immigrants. Then you'll just start with capitalism, and your German immigrants will be in time, and your church won't be delayed. However, we'll start with Spanish immigrants this time, because we want a lot of XP for this build. So yeah. So let's get another villager, and then we can probably age up. Let's get this bank when we can. So we want to kill this guy fast. The bank, because we need the XP from the bank for the next shipment. Also, let's scout our hunts a bit. I saw one here, here. So that's quite good. Hunts are quite good.
Hunter.
Alright, so let's age with Pennsylvania, the only viable age up. Do not age with anything else. Pennsylvania is always the preferred option, because we want the extra 5 CDBs, because our villager limit is only 90 or 95. So we want the extra CDBs, and also to get instant native, to get the Cree overpop, and yeah. So let's build this bank a little bit in the back. Once we age up, we'll get a wagon. With that wagon, we'll build a saloon.
I'll do it. Hunter.
So, and I'm actually gathering way too much food. I should have been on wood. This is a little bit bad. Yeah, I think this is okay. Yeah, we'll need our German immigrants now. I'm a little bit delayed.
I'll do hunter.
Though we might have enough wood in time. not really. So yeah, let's get this fast so our church won't be delayed.
Orders. Advance.
And let's gather a lot of wood. If you can, if there is a TP on the map, as USA, you should definitely claim it. You should tell your mates you need the TP. They will understand because you're USA. So yeah, if there's a TP, you should really get this. Well, let's get the saloon and let's get the XP crates.
Yeah, yes.
So our church won't be delayed as much. Let's get another house. And since the second hunt is quite close, we will just keep the German immigrants in base. If there's no second hunt, you can consider moving things forward. However, we have this hunt here. So yeah, I think we can do it with this in base.
Yes.
Let's get that second hunt in though.
And make ready. And make forward march.
And yeah, right now we'll need the church.
Yes.
And we'll build a church. And we will just be making settler wagons for now. Let's get that second hunt close. Let's keep this hunt from escaping. You always want to keep all your hunts close to your TC. Minimize the distance of which your vills have to walk. Yeah, that is the best way to boom.
Orders? Yes. Hello. I'll do it.
Since we'll start with the Spanish immigrants, we are not really able to do 30-30. If you skip the Spanish immigrants at the start, you can do a 30-30 age up right now. But yeah, since we took the
On my hunter.
since we took the Spanish immigrants, we need
Hunter.
a little one house more
Yes.
because we're aging with 31. So probably when this fill finished, we should have enough food. Overgathered a little bit of wood, but
I'll do it. Hunter.
we should basically have almost no idle time. If we do have idle time, that was because I was a bit sloppy, maybe. Or the treasures could have been a bit better. Yeah, so we'll have a little bit of idle time. Whatever. Oh, and this one is also on the farm. Why is he doing that? Alright. So yeah. Let's go. We'll age with Indiana. So all our units will spawn train a little bit faster. That's why that's the best age 3 age up. Right now
Yes. Yes.
we'll start to gather a lot of wood
On my way.
because we want a lot of wood for our TCs. And we should decide where we want to make them. So and actually, yeah, wait, let me just pause right here. Yeah, so I should have sent this shipment. Oh, I'm a bit late. For this, we'll get the CDBs. We might still get it in time to have the cheaper buildings before we'll make town centers. So let's see. We'll drop the CDBs from this tower. So we can get this hunt in, and then we'll probably make a TC on this side. We'll make a TC on this side. That's why I planted the flag right now, so it will help build our TCs faster. So yeah, let's continue and let's send this card. We will need a lot of wood for our TCs. We can also get steel traps right now. And let's get this shipment in quickly. Because we want the cheaper buildings before we start making our TCs. It would save us 100 wood, which is very nice. So let's get this one. Alright, and now we'll change the spawn point to our old TC. Alright, so yeah, we'll need the cheap buildings right away. and we'll make CDB. So yeah, right now we will not get housed just yet because we made the extra house. Else, if you
Hello.
aced with 30-30, you need an extra house right now, of course. Kept the hero here to protect the flag. And let's start building this thing. We'll send refrigeration. And we'll start collecting these crates. We do not really want to overgather food right now, so we need to be a little bit fast with moving vills onto food.
Yes, I'll do it.
That was it.
Hello, Hunter.
So yeah, let's get back onto food. Where this second hunt should be here.
Order, yes, on my way.
This one goes in a different direction.
Hello.
Everything onto food. Let's keep making CDBs.
What is I'm going now?
Let's keep the regulars forward. We actually need another house. Forgot. So we'll just buy the wood for now because we already switched villagers. We do not want to keep walking them. So yeah. This TC will make it here. We can almost replant the flag.
Farmer, hunter.
And actually, let's put one guy onto wood. Because we want placer mines soon.
Orders. I'll on my way.
I hope there's enough
Hello, orders. I'll do it.
land
Hunter.
in base. Should have been fine with. Come on, man. Okay, this didn't really matter. I should have planted the flag a bit earlier. Anyway, we can right now we can age with New Jersey.
On my way.
We'll send a couple
Yes,
more to
Hunter.
wood, and we'll try to not idle ourselves.
Hello. Yes, sir. Hunter.
We'll get placer mines. Usually I like to buy ones
Yes, I'll do it. Hunter.
to almost have enough
Orders. Yes. Hello. Hunter.
for amalgamation.
Yes.
We want amalgamation fast because we have
Yes. Hello, Hunter.
no more hunts in base. What is with this guy? He's a very aggressive explorer. I don't like it. What are you doing here? Leave my vill alone. It's even a female villager. Leave him alone. Go away.
Yes, I'll do it.
Why are you here?
Hunter.
What is this Italy guy? Yeah, so you should know that USA absolutely destroys Italy. So
Miner.
I'm not sure why he's acting tough and all like that. Let's make our last CDB actually.
Hunter.
Yeah. All right. So once we'll age up,
Yes, on my way.
we're aging in this TC actually.
Hunter.
Once we've aged up, we'll send the factories.
Hello. On my Hunter.
Orders.
Yeah, we'll send the factories. All right. We need a little bit on wood because we'll get this horse artillery as well. So we needed a bit more house space.
Yeah,
And also, I kind of like to get the factories upgraded
Miner.
before we start aging.
Yes.
So let's get a little bit more onto hunts to keep our macro nice.
Yes, I'll do it.
So yeah, maybe we could have made this German immigrants format as well, so
I'll do it.
we wouldn't have to walk fields around as much as we are doing right now. But yeah, I think usually with a second hunt in base, and especially in team games, you're just fine with keeping the German immigrants close to your first town center. Sorry.
On my way. Yes.
Let's get these hunts. Let's upgrade this factory. Because we'll have it on coin the entire game. Might as well get it now. And we'll have actually way too much coin. Let's move these as well.
Yeah, I'll do it. On my way. Hello. Yes, on my Hunter.
Advance.
Alright.
I'm ready.
Yes, sir.
So the macro looks kind of alright. We'll send the factories, so we'll now send the wood cart because we'll be on wood
Take forward.
pretty soon.
Battle. And forward. Attack. Make ready.
Yes, Hunter. Hello, Hunter.
And forward. Make ready.
Yeah, I'm going
Ready.
now.
My hero bugged for a second there. I got 2 crack shots. I don't know why that happens sometimes.
Hello. I'll on my miner. Yeah, on my way. Hunter.
So we'll agent this TC again and we'll go up with New York. Let's go. Yeah, so right now we'll want a lot of food and coin because we want the 50% wood upgrade. Also, we want the fast age up right now. It's best to use it towards age 5. I know some people like to use it to age 4. But let me tell you, having a faster age 5 time is simply better.
Yes.
So
I'll do it.
you'll want to use this tech going to age 5.
Hello.
Let's get the rest of this food. Alright, so and now we'll age up. We'll get this tech actually from the market. We'll get Circular Saw and we'll get this one, Pine Tree State. And after Pine Tree State, we're gonna get onto wood.
Yes, lumberjack.
Hello, lumberjack. Yes.
Let's not idle ourselves. Let's get onto wood. After this, we'll get the Oregon Trail for cheaper mills and stuff.
Advance.
Where did all my villagers go? Oh, they're here.
Orders. Lumberjack.
Okay.
Hello.
Let's actually get off of coin because we kind of want to wait till we have our upgrade.
Yes.
After which we'll
Lumberjack.
empty the mines.
Hello.
Um, Let's get the mill card. And let's start this tech. Can also start this upgrade. And let's not idle ourselves, but just finish
Lumberjack.
these villages. Alright, we're heavy on wood right now, but it's fine. We have already gotten the 50, or I believe maybe it's 40% with USA. Because USA had to get nerfed because it was way too powerful. So it's okay to be heavy on wood right now. We'll need a lot of wood anyway. Right now we'll start making some farms. And plantations.
Orders. Yes, Hunter.
Yes, on my way. Yes, sir. Hello. I'll do it. Or yes, on my way.
This will also give us more XP, which we'll need. This doesn't fit here. That's a little bit sad.
Orders.
But we'll
I'll do it.
we will have enough space.
Farmer.
Yeah, so there's no 10% eco, so we'll just go with the coin cards right now. And we'll start upgrading our coin. So yeah. Let's move some vills over to the natives because we'll want
Orders on
we want to be able to fight there and build forts and not struggle in a lot of trees. Especially against Italy. We will be pushing. We are way stronger. So let's get rid of these trees. Yeah, we could get this one. It helps your plant your flag planting cooldown restore quicker.
lumberjack.
Orders.
And let's make more of these guys.
Yes.
Let's start upgrading our plantations. We could
Order.
move some onto
Yeah, farmer.
mills right now.
On my way. Yes. Orders. Yes, sir. Hello. I'll do it.
Orders. Yeah, lumberjack. Hello.
Orders. Hunter. On my way. Hunter. Yes, sir.
Let's actually get these coin mines now.
Lumberjack. Yes, miner. Lumberjack.
because we have the faster coin income. Also, because I'm sending coin cards,
Lumberjack.
we want to send this card, but we can't send it just yet. So let's start this arsenal upgrades already. So we can be sure we can get them all in time, because this card makes them research very slow. So let's just do that. Let's get these and we'll pay for them, sure, whatever.
Lumberjack.
Yes.
Yes. Lumberjack.
Let's cut some of these trees,
Yeah. Lumberjack.
build a nice base, and we're are
Lumberjack.
at maximum villagers now. So yeah.
Tansi.
The Kree CDBs, I usually like to put them in base so they don't die. Same for the settler wagons. You could use the settler wagons to make forward walls and stuff.
Farmer.
If you'd like. I usually just use villagers. But yeah, it's not bad to use the settler wagons to build your forward walls. Your towers will probably come from outpost wagons, so because it's cheaper. So that's not really a reason
Lumberjack.
to use the settler wagons. It's just for the walls, actually. And because we're not a running USA, also to build barracks and stuff. So maybe using the settler wagons is not a bad idea when playing with New York Zouave. Yeah. Anyway, this boom is looking pretty good, pretty nice. We've got 6 estates. We've got 5 mills. Let's make another 2 mills or so. And let's start building our base.
Hello.
So,
Orders on my way.
what is this? Oh, they're
Yes, sir.
actually
I'll do
farms.
it. On my way. Yes, sir.
Other plantations somehow. I don't know.
At attention.
So yeah. Let's see. We'll want the fort, but we want a wall behind it. So I think this is a nice location for the fort. We can get the fort upgrades in. That's also, you can instead of the Kree trackers, you can play with an extra fort if you want in this deck. However, I think having 4 forts is usually enough to stall the game until the Zouave arrive. Yeah, let's get these upgrades already. And we'll almost have enough for the last coin card. So yeah, let's start making some buildings on the side here.
Miner.
Yes.
Yes. Hello.
Hello.
And
Yes,
we'll
sir. Carpenter.
start with
Carpenter.
making
Builder.
base walls. Again, I usually
Carpenter.
have somewhat of an setup like this.
Carpenter. Builder. Carpenter.
Because we want to push the native side. We want to be holding that natives. We want to stall the game until our Zouave come in. So yeah, so for it's in our interest to just play the native side.
Carpenter.
And maybe yeah, for Italy, I don't really know what Italy's game plan is. Probably just lose.
Builder. Carpenter.
Italy's game plan is always kind of just to lose.
Builder.
They yeah, their units are quite good, but the eco is really bad. So there's the Lombards that Italy gets. If you test the Lombards and you see what they'll do, they'll suggest that it's a good building. If you look at the numbers, because they do make quite a lot of profit. Actually, it's almost like 2 factories. I already have a factory, so it's almost like Italy has 3 factories. However, yeah, if you ever played Italy, you will know that something is not really right with these Lombards. It's not that they're working like they're supposed to do, but yeah, it's in the end it's just not really the profit you expect it to be. Italy's eco is just really shit.
Order farmer. Yes.
So yeah.
Orders.
So that makes it a kind of easy matchup for us because
Carpenter. Builder.
because we're USA and we're really strong, and especially if we can hold until the Suave come in, which we can against Italy, then yeah, the Suave is just extremely good value. You'll start with 10 Suave for 1500, which pretty much from the start is good value.
Builder.
However,
Builder.
the devs decided that
Builder.
that every time you send the Zouave shipment, you get one more.
Yes, I'll do minor.
So you'll start with 10, and if you send it enough times, you'll get 30, and eventually you'll get 50. And yeah, the price will always stay 1500 coin. So
And forward.
yeah, eventually this is insane value.
Minor. Lumberjack.
Of course, where you get a Zouave, which I believe a normal Zouave costs like 200 coin to make or so, 250 maybe. I'm not even sure. Might be 250. Because yeah, it's a strong two-pop skirmish, musket skirmisher type unit. It's a sort of a musket, sort of a skirmisher. It has the range of a skirmisher, but it has the attack stats of a musket. It doesn't really have any counters or anything.
Hello.
So yeah, it's just a really good, weird unit. Yeah, once you get 50 for 1500 coin, then it's a piece there like what is it? 30 coin or so. I don't know. Eventually it will be. So yeah, that is extremely good value. And if you can hold long enough, yeah, eventually you'll just not really drop in score anymore. Your score will only go up because you're also overpopping with them. So yeah, your army will be at 200 and you'll get delivered 50 Suaves. You'll be at 300 pop, and this will only climb and get worse. So yeah, eventually you'll have. It's just eventually it just wins. It's just unbeatable.
Orders.
Yeah, it's really one of the best strategies in the game.
Carpenter.
I don't know what the devs were smoking when they thought of this, but give me some of that
Builder.
because yeah, it's just insane strategy. That's why also, yeah, you know, maybe have some respect for your teammates or the people you like to play with, and don't hit them with this strategy too often because yeah, it makes people rage.
Lumberjack.
Yeah, usually people are not really happy when they see you do Zouaves on them. But yeah, like I said,
Hello. I'll on my way.
we like to show you all the best strategies.
Hello.
As you've seen in the other videos made by Josh and Jopa, also made the Malta video. We work with some really talented people. So yeah, it's you will get the best strategies here. And like I said, in tournaments, for tournaments, you want to be
Carpenter.
familiar with the best strategies available.
Yes, on my way.
On my way.
Because yeah, in a tournament,
Yes.
you just have to win. You know, people don't really care if you were lame. They will not talk about that after the games. They will just
Hello. Yes, sir.
celebrate that you won.
Yes, yes, sir.
So yeah, it is never a wrong idea to get familiar with the lame strategies, so you can pull them out whenever you need.
Builder. Carpenter. Lumberjack.
That's why I'm showing you how to play the Zouaves. So yeah, like I said, what really helps with this deck is getting a lot of XP. This Phil is stuck, so let's replace him. What really helps is getting a lot of XP. So if possible, make sure to claim the trade post.
Yes. Builder.
because you will need XP. The faster you can start sending Zouaves to better, because that means you won't have to stall as long. So yeah. Like I said, we're on coin, which is pretty nice. If you like, you can make a sharpshooter army. I'm not, yeah, like I said, I prefer the state militias myself. However, some people like to play with the
Orders? I'll do it. Yes, on my way.
sharpshooters.
Hello. Yes, sir. Yes. Farmer.
Yes.
Hello.
Orders. Lumberjack.
Make these walls nicely.
Builder. Carpenter.
How much longer for this?
Miner. Lumberjack.
Yes. Builder. Carpenter.
Hello. Farm. On my miners. Yes, sir. Yes,
But
sir.
yeah, like I said, when you're playing Zouave,
Orders? On my lumberjack.
we've aged with New Jersey. These are the New Jersey cards.
Order. Lumberjack.
If you send this one, all shipments arrive considerably faster, including this one. So yeah, so we want this to pair with the Zouaves, so the Zouaves are fast arriving, so we won't block our army space with the Zouaves constantly. That is a little problem when you're playing Zouave, because yeah, it sometimes can be hard to keep enough artillery out on the field because you're constantly overpopping yourself, and if when you're overpopping yourself with Zouaves and you're at 250 pop still, and you have Zouaves everywhere, but you do not have artillery, then yeah, then
I'm going now.
you kind of almost have to suicide them a little bit, just to get your pop low again enough so you can queue new culverins
Yes. Farmer.
and horse art. So so yeah, having fast arriving Zouave really helps with that. That's why we took New Jersey. So we don't have South Carolina. We can't run. It is less easy to stall the game. So yeah, that's why we're on cone right now. I think the macro should be something like this. I don't know.
Hello.
You could, yeah, a little bit. It depends on what you're fighting and what you're using. Like I say, I like to use state militia, because they're just, yeah, they're just Chad. So I do like to have a little bit more wood, but you could do it less and you could do it more coin. If you want to play with a lot of artillery. This guy, he's just, he's scouting us with a hot advanced air balloon. It doesn't really matter what he is scouting because
I'm going now. I'm going
yeah, we're USA. We will completely destroy and wipe Italy. It's not even close, and
And yes,
it's Italy has a very strong start army. That's the only good thing about Italy. Other than that, it's just one big pile of sadness.
Yes, miner.
It's really bad.
Hello.
However, I myself, I do like to play Italy.
Hello.
Orders?
I
Hello.
think
On
it's
my way.
more fun
Yes.
civ than Malta.
Farmer. Hello.
Malta, I personally do not enjoy it at all.
Orders.
Order. Yes, lumberjack.
So I was very happy that Jopa was able to make that video, because yeah, to get a Malta video from me, you're probably gonna have to wait a very long time. Because yeah, I do not really play the Civ. I would have to look in how what the best way is to boom them and stuff. So yeah, so you won't really see a video from Malta coming from me anytime soon. Also because Jopa, I think, did an amazing job on that video, so it's no really need to put out a video anytime soon. So yeah, like I said, we were able to get all the coin cards. We're not really able to fit a lot of other cards. I do like to have the advanced arsenal, which I haven't completely upgraded yet. I like to have the advanced arsenal before the fight starts always. If you, because we'll still need this card. And let's do some of these upgrades. Let's get the coin crates, the shipment crates. What was I gonna say? Yeah, if you don't play with the coin cards, you'll have more room to fit other cards. Usually I can ship the Cree trackers before the fight starts. Also because, yeah, in team games you do have the TP.
Hello. I'll do it, farmer.
If the map allows for it.
On my farmer.
So you'll have a bit more XP. This time we won't be able to ship it before the fight starts, which is alright, but just know it delivers 8 sharp shooters and 8 Cree trackers. So yeah, you might want to send it after getting faster shipments. Faster shipments is also a nice shipment to have at the start. Because simply it yeah, you can make 4 buildings and they build almost instantly, so it's nice to set up your FB with this shipment. However, as you can see in this situation, in this 1v1, we did not really get enough XP to send that card in time. But yeah, maybe on a different map where you'll get more XP treasures, or you'll have a TP or whatever, then you'll have enough XP to send this one in time. Also, sometimes what I like to do is get the Minutemen completely ready before the fight starts. You can send this one so they stop losing HP. You can send this one so you'll get a batch of 16 instead of just 6. Yeah, right now we're not really able to fit that amount of cards. So we will not send it. Well, we did make 2 Cree trackers, so that's nice. To overpop with USA. Where are my culverins? They're here. We're stuck. Yeah, what you'll do is you'll send the Minutemen first, and then you'll send the shipment. Now you can have, yeah, overpopped with both actually. If you do it the other way around, it doesn't work. So get the Minutemen first. Use these regulars, send them forward. And you'll get the extra dragoons. We want another few sharpshooters and a few more dragoons. We have a little bit of army on this side to stop any shenanigans from the Italy player. Yeah, we have some nice villagers forward. This looks pretty good. What's nice about USA, you have the trading post wagons, so we'll use those to build our natives from. And we'll send one here to grab this. And we'll send one here to grab this one. What we'll also can do is send a lot of outpost wagons. I'm a bit late for that. Yeah. Usually when I play running USA, I will make you towers with... Where's my overpop? It is here. It's very slow. The sharpshooters, they can go here quickly. So yeah, usually when I play running USA, I want to make the towers with my state militia, so I don't get all 7. However, in this situation, you might want to get all the towers. So yeah. Let's prepare for this fight. Let's move villagers in so we can start making run base.
On my way.
So yeah, I will pause right now. Yeah, this is basically how to play New York, USA, or just USA. I forgot these. I will quickly grab them
Ja. Aufgabe richtig.
and send Patriotism. So we'll have fast trading units. Yeah, the cards, it's a little bit up to you. As you saw, we were just able to fit all of them in. You could skip the coin cards and get a few more unit upgrades. You could set the advanced fortifications before the fight starts. Anyway, I thought this was all pretty nice.
What is? I'll do it.
So yeah, but now you'll just prepare for the fight.
Going now.
Yeah, we're ready on this side.
I'll do it.
We're ready for anything. This guy is breaking half map. Of course, Italy needs to cheat against us. So yeah, we'll just build these guys all.
Yes.
We'll
car
build an
builder,
FB.
builder, car build carpenter.
And we'll get these. We'll get these, and we'll start making walls.
Build
Yeah,
carpenter.
whatever, something like
Builder,
this.
builder,
Okay.
carpenter.
So yeah, and patriotism, of course. Anyway, this was the USA boom. So the score, it was a little bit less. It was 207 or so. I was really watching. But yeah, like I said, 200 till 210, I think, is a good score for USA. Suave. We didn't really mess up the boom anywhere. We just had a little bit of idle time before we went into H3. We were a little bit low on food. Had a little bit of idle time. Still, I think you can age with 3140 without idle time. Yeah, if you do not send the Spanish immigrants at start, you can make that a 30-30. You will not need the extra house, and you can age with 30-30. I've played it a lot of times in that build order. You just go capitalism, bank, and German immigrants, and you can age with 30-30 against H3. So we'll go over what did I not resign yet? Oh, the game is still paused. Wait a second. Yeah, okay. So we'll resign. That was it. Very nice. We'll go over the post game. Yeah, there's not much to show here. The boom. I'm really happy with it. It was pretty good. Yeah, the score. Let's see, what did we get in the end? 208 or so, 209, 208. Yeah, that was to be expected. There was an expected score. Really nice. We'll look at the age up. We aged 1553, age 5. Pretty good. Pretty fast age up time. Like I said, you want to use the fast age up going towards age 5. It's better than age 4. Sure, you can get the factories faster. I get it. I get the argument. But yeah, using it to age 5 is simply better. So still use it to go to age 5. This age up time, it's pretty good. Probably could have been a little bit faster. Maybe 1540, 1545. In a team game, you can get this down a lot more. Just depends on what your team cards are and what kind of map. When you get coal mines and stuff, and you get team extra settler wagons, or you get a Japanese team Shonido, you can get this under 15 minutes. You can get 14:30, whatever. Especially when you don't send the Spanish immigrants in the start, and you can you started with just capitalism, then you can do a 30-30 age up towards H3. Like I said, we did 31. That is pretty nice. We had a little bit of idle time, but yeah. If you don't send the tower, you can do 30 villagers. So yeah, basically that was the boom. The game plan for now with USA, yeah, we'll basically just start fighting. We just play a normal USA. Right now, this is the weakest USA because we do not have the 10% eco. We do not have taxes, which makes 3 units for us. So right now in the fighting, we are basically playing the weakest version of USA.
I'm ready.
However, yeah, once you've sent all your shipments and you've sent the fast arriving ones, this one you don't really need because we'll not be sending crates. We also don't really need this card you never sent. So we'll send this card to upgrade our mercenaries 25%. And after this is sent, we will send the Zouaves. And yeah, once you'll start shipping Zouaves, that is when the fun starts. Yeah, if you're playing against USA Zouave and you see the first Zouaves on the field, you'll know that your time is up. You have run out of time. You need to kill USA instantly. You need to delete villagers. You'll need to push them extremely hard, because once this shipment starts rolling and it starts growing, and you'll get 30 Zouave, you'll get 40, 50, 60, you'll get 100 Zouave. This build becomes unbeatable. So that's how to play Zouave. I hope you've learned something. I hope you've enjoyed watching the video, and I will see you in the next one.